Hi, so let's talk about confidence, but let's talk about it in a very practical, easy to understand way. One of the things that really drives me up the wall is when I see plastered all over social media people saying, oh, you should have more confidence, you should have bulletproof confidence, or these are the 7 things to make you more confident. And I think, well, if that was true and that was right, why is confidence the most universally desired emotion? People want to be more confident. And I'm talking, I work with CEOs, work with people who are just starting out, I work with people who are systems thinkers, I work with people who are creatives, I work with people when they are confident in one area of their lives and absolutely feel great about themselves and they don't doubt themselves. And then in some other area, they just lose all their confidence. So, why is confidence so important? That's what we're going to look at. But also, we need to look at this huge BS myths that are around confidence. There's loads of them actually, not just one. I was thinking of just one, but no, the first one is that you need to build your confidence. So that's actually not true. So when this video is about helping you think about confidence in such a different way, it will make you just go, oh, that's obvious. So I spent many years working out why people struggle when they don't need to. So why, first of all, why is confidence so important? Well, it's very simple. Confidence is there because it takes us from not acting to acting, or more accurately, from being willing to act when we don't want to act. So confidence is there to say in our minds, it's like a feeling of it's okay. It's okay to act. So when I say to people, when they ask me all the time, it's one of the most common things people ask for, because it's associated with all sorts of things like making your business successful, making your career successful, asking for the right amount of money, standing up, doing a presentation. It's all about whether you're prepared to act. So it affects absolutely everything. So when people say to me, I want to build confidence, and the first thing I say, it's not about building your confidence. It's about saying, do I have the confidence to act? And then I ask them this question: what is confidence? You say you want more confidence, you want to build confidence. And I say, well, what is confidence? And most people can't answer that question. They certainly don't answer it on the level of what it actually is. They often describe how it feels or what they will do when they have it, meaning they will act in some way, but they don't actually know what it is. So I'm going to tell you. Um, it's 2 things. Confidence is 2 things. First of all, it's certainty. So actually, the primary emotion we actually want more than anything, more than confidence actually, is a feeling of certainty. And that feeling of certainty means, well, I think I can be successful. I think I am able to handle this situation. I know how to handle this situation. So we have certainty in a very uncertain world. And in the last couple of years, boy, have we had an uncertain world. So whenever we have uncertainty, we lack confidence because how do we do this? What do I do? How do I do it? When do I do it? So it's very important to understand this, the importance of certainty, because if you don't have certainty, that's one of the key things that create the feeling of confidence. And I'm going to come back to this in a moment because it's actually is the key to having confidence. The second one is about your own value. It's the perception of yourself. It's your self-esteem, in other words. And I won't go into that deeply on this video, but these 2 elements come together. And when we have them, we have a feeling of, I feel okay about myself and I know what to do. So how we operate in the world is first of all, a internal feeling of I'm okay, I have value, I'm important, I have the ability to do this. And that's when it flips over into doing. So being who you are is what we want to be. We want to be okay being ourselves, valuing ourselves. This is self-esteem or self-worth. And then it flips into what we do: human being, human doing. So when we have both of those elements, we feel confident. Now, here's the really important thing. Pin your ears back, because this is the bit that people really just get a bit blown away by. But when you think about it, it's so obvious. And the reason I work in the way I work and the way I get results very quickly for my clients is because it's not some concept or theory. It's not an academic idea. It's certainly not the conversation I had with someone last night when they were coming out with all the theories and the labels that psychology label with people, because human beings and animals were around before psychology was invented, and certainly the names that they use. So let's take all that stuff away and let's look at it very practically. Human beings have a default state of confidence. So do animals. What we do is we walk around most of the time being confident. But because we are confident doing all the activities that we do, we don't recognize that as being confident. That's just normal. So our default position is to be confident. We don't need to build it, we just are. We've learned something, we feel okay about ourselves, we know what we need to do, and we have that confidence. Boom, it's created. Now, here's the really important thing with that. We only notice it when we don't have it. So the question is not, how do I build it? The question is, much more useful question, much more practical question is, why am I choosing not to feel it in this situation? So this is why some people say, if I do it in this way, I love it. In this, I'm just a bag of nerves. Or if I do a presentation, this is a really good, easy example. If I'm sitting around a table talking to people about my ideas, we're having a chat, they're confident. Get them to stand up and do a presentation, public speaking, lack of confidence. So it's the same words coming out of their mouth. It's to the same people in the same room, but it's now become public speaking. They've changed their thinking about it and then just lost their confidence. So it's not usually about abilities. Or it is, you have the ability to do it and you think, and this is the really important thing, I know I can do this. I know I should be confident, but for some reason you're not. Or you know you should be going for that level of role or going for that level of sort of contract. So I call that under niching. Underpricing is a very common problem. People underprice themselves, so they don't ask for the right fee for their skills, or they don't go for the right job, or they don't promote themselves. They don't feel confident to do that. Who am I? This is imposter syndrome. So all of these things come from this lack of confidence. Even though they may have a great track record and lots of people saying you're brilliant at this, but for some reason they don't allow them themselves to feel it, even though they know they should. So all of my clients come to me because I should be charging more. I should be going for this position. I should be. They know they are. They know they should be there. But there's a part of them that says no, 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 and that's the thing that causes the problem. And they think they haven't got the confidence. But actually, it's just a conflict of how to think about their skills or their value or whatever it happens to be. So here's the important thing. Why do we choose to lose confidence? And here's the reason. Because we're meant to. We are meant to lose confidence on a very regular basis. We're meant to doubt ourselves. We're meant to question what we're about to do. And the reason why this is so important is because when you have to think of a big decision and we think this is risky, I'm going to spend some money, or I'm going to change job, or I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to, whatever it is. Now, it could be any decision, but any decision, we think there's a potential risk, and pretty much all decisions have that, even if it's crossing the road. You're meant to stop and go, is this a good idea? Is this the right way of doing it? Is this the right process? Is this the right goal? Is this the, and so you what if yourself. And when you what if yourself, you're meant to lose your confidence. You're meant to doubt. You take away your certainty. You look at your value and say, is this right for me? So you question yourself. And the reason we do this, and this is the really important thing, it helps us make better decisions. It helps us just double check our thinking before we sign on the dotted line, spend the money, or take the action. And if you're in sales, you know this happens all the time. When someone says, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds really good. Let me go away and think about it. And you're going, oh, you just said it's good. But they need to go away and think about it because they're meant to go and doubt. Now, what often happens when we have an excessive doubt scenario in our head, a process, and about 40% of people do, is they excessively doubt when they don't need to. Their thinking says, is this a good idea or not? Yes, it is. a part of their voice at the back of their head goes, no, too risky, too risky. And this usually comes from our upbringing or something that's gone on in our past, or we doubt ourselves, we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we don't deserve that. So I work with the people who have those conflicts. So you're not assessing the situation on its merits, you're assessing it on how you used to think when something went on with you as a child. And this is why business people don't like doing this. Oh, I'm not going to do therapy. But it takes a couple of hours to find it and about 4 weeks to solve it and really move people forward, because you really know how to make decisions. That's why people come and see me, because they know they should be feeling more confident in this situation. They know they should be asking for a pay rise. They know they should be charging more for their clients. They know they should be standing up and saying, hey, I'm really good at this. That's the under promoting part of it. But they won't let themselves because they're excessively doubting. And because our brain is heavily, heavily, heavily biased, I'll say that again, heavily biased to not make mistakes, for it not being risky. And because of that, millions of years of this process in our head saying, stay alive, stay safe, don't make a mistake. This jumps in and stops us from doing what we so easily could do. So this is the important thing. It's not about building your confidence. And when people say just push through affirmations, no, you have to just pop inside for a short while and find out what your brain's trying to do and turn it off. And this is what I do with my clients. So then they can assess themselves and have real confidence, because the brain says, oh, hallelujah, right, I'm going to go for that job, or I'm going to put my prices up on the next invoice, or whatever it happens to be that they're not doing, they know they're already capable of doing. And when we're doing new things, we're not certain, we're learning, we're trying something new. So the whole world moving forward is new, but the first thing to look at is, what am I not doing which I know I should be doing? And then you can start moving forward, getting better at things, moving your career forward, moving your business forward, taking sensible, calculated risks without this huge what if doubt and fear and anxiety that we give ourselves when we don't need to. That's why I say excessive what ifing. And then that's the thing that robs us of our confidence. That's the thing that robs us of our belief in ourselves, our self-worth, and it robs us of our certainty. So what ultimately is a part of your brain trying to help you not make mistakes, but getting in the way of you doing what you are capable of doing and earning what you should have been earning. And I've worked with so many clients who've literally doubled their salaries. They've leapt up the career ladder, and it's because they always should have been there. They just never let themselves go for it. They never let themselves go for starting their own business, or they stop themselves earning the money they should be because they would never ask their clients just in case they got rejected or something. So it's just an accident of your brain overly protecting you. So confidence is a natural default state. We're meant to lose confidence all of the time just to check our thinking and our working before we make a big decision, or even a small decision. We do it on small decisions too, but it's usually the big ones we notice. And it's the excessive use of the what if and the doubt that's the problem. So a lot of the stuff that is taught to build confidence is unnecessary. And this is the bit that really frustrates me. I was having this conversation with an expert who was saying to me, oh, that's not possible. And then I explained it, and then they just went quiet and they sat in the corner because they had the whole of their model of their thinking completely rewired, which is good. They listened. But they've been teaching people stuff that doesn't work for years. And actually, confidence is just there, waiting to be used at the right time in the right place. And if you don't have confidence over something in a good way, then you should go and look at, is this the right thing for me to do? Because that's its purpose. As soon as you make a decision, no, this is good, bang, you go and you take action. You take action. So if you're not taking action, you're procrastinating, you're underselling yourself, you're under promoting yourself, you're under niching yourself, you don't believe in yourself when you actually, you do, and you're fed up enough to want to fix it, give me a shout. This thinking won't want to go away because it thinks it's helping you. But if you had enough, just pop me over a message and give me 4 weeks of your time and let's get this sorted out. Because what we're doing is we're not doing massive therapy. We're not doing huge you know, changing your, rewiring your brain. We're just actually turning off the stuff that doesn't work and just returning you to be you being you. So you just get on with things, take action, get on with your life. So if you're interested, let me know, and I hope this has been useful to you. Yeah, and yeah, like I say, pop me over a message, hit the whatever it is around wherever you're watching this, and yeah, don't hold back anymore because it's unnecessary. It's just a mistake that you don't need to be making anymore, and it happens to a lot of people. About 40% of people excessively sabotage themselves by accident because part of their brain just overdoes it in the caution field when they don't need to. Okay, thanks for your time, and yeah, I really hope to speak to you soon because it's actually quite easy to get rid of this and get it sorted out.